Welcome back to another episode of the Viking Huddle. I'm your host, Trenton Scott. Today we have a good one with one of our own volleyball players here at Niles High School, Bree Lake. But before that, I just want to talk about Niles athletic events today. It is Thursday, so our volleyball plays Otsego today at home, starting at 6:30 maybe. But other than that, football plays tomorrow against Otsego at home at 7 kickoff. But other than that, I just want to talk and introduce Bree Lake. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
All right. So, you want to tell the people who really don't know you or that don't know you in general of who you are and what you do?
I'm Bree Lake. I'm a senior at Niles High School. I take, I'm a volleyball player, and I run track at the school, and, yeah, that's it.
All right. Anyway, so you just talked about yourself, which is fantastic. So, we some people know you have a big family.
Yes.
So, what is that? So, you want to talk about that, about your family, who, and, what's, different?
I come from a big family. I have 6 siblings, 7 including myself, and my mom and dad. And, so, I'll bring you down in the order because it is kind of, original or whatever. Right. So, it goes my dad. His name's Brent. And then my mom's name's Emily. It kind of messes up the whole system when you get it. But my older brother, his name's Bryce. Then it goes Braden, then Bryn, then me, Bree, then Brogan, then Brecken, then Bristol. And so, yeah.
All B's.
BRs.
BRs. Oh.
Tongue twister.
But, so, speaking of your sister, she was on the volleyball team a few years ago with you on it, too. Yes. So, what was it like having an older sister on the team at the time?
It was my favorite volleyball memory I have so far. Playing with my sister is, incredible. And it was, a feeling that, not a lot of people get to experience. And it was fun. She was a setter. I was a hitter. So we had a really good connection, being sisters and all. And it was just so fun. And I wish I could go back to it.
But, where's she at now so you can let the people listening know what she's doing?
My sister, she plays volleyball at IUSB, which is a school that I verbally committed to for volleyball so that we could play together again for another 2 years.
Oh, man, some folks don't know that. We have a commitment on the podcast. But still speaking on your family, having your mom as the head coach on the varsity for the first year and your last year as a Niles Viking playing volleyball, what is the expectations for you mentally and physically? Well, not really physically, but mentally while your mom is watching you 24/7.
I mean, it's similar expectations because it is still a school sport. So everyone has high expectations. Right. And it's not like she's doing something different to me than she's doing to the rest of the girls in the team. Everyone has the same expectations. Expectations are to be on time. We all want to be a leader, be loud, be open-minded because it is a whole different style of coaching and something we're not used to. And so, yeah, we all just have to try. So,
word on the street that I heard, your mom played volleyball in college. Is that true?
It is true.
Where did she play at?
I think she went to 2 different schools or 3 different. I don't know which one. But she had a full ride to South Alabama, which is a D1.
Right.
And then she met my dad before she left for college. And then she played her first year at South Alabama. And then she decided, I really miss my dad and whatever. And so she came back. And then I think she played volleyball at IUSB. Or SMC. I don't know which one it was, but she came back and wanted to date my dad, so she just came back for that.
But your mom's now a teacher at Howard?
Howard, yes.
Yep. And so, speaking on your dad, what does he do now as he's a assistant coach on the volleyball team as well?
Yes, he is an assistant, which is why he has to have the role as an assistant because he's a firefighter. He works 24-hour shifts.
Right.
And then he'll get another 24-hour shift off. And so he'll come on the days where he can make it, but he also pours concrete on the side, and he helps out a business that my close family friends own.
Right.
And it's called Fireman's Dumpster Company. Okay. And so he helps with that as well. So he's always busy.
Oh, all right. So now we're going to get into you.
Yes.
Okay. So my first question is, what inspired you to play volleyball today?
I mean, I don't know if there's ever a time where something was oh, you need to play volleyball because I started at such a young age. I started in 2nd grade when the Spiker League was opening for Crush, and I started there. and I just like enjoyed it out of like I played softball too, and like nothing. I was like excited to go to volleyball practice. Softball I dreaded. I hated softball, and I was like, this is not me. And then I'd always be so happy to go to volleyball. I don't know if it was my friends that were all playing or what it was, but it was awesome.
Yeah, but you want to tell the people what position you play again?
Yeah, I'm an outside hitter. And then it's a 6 rotation outside, so I also pass when I go into the back row, so outside hitter / DS.
Okay, so like, what do you love about those positions exactly?
I love it because in travel I am forced to play middle, and middle I just don't enjoy that because you're always blocking. It's a hard job. It's one of the toughest jobs, and when I go to like play outside, it's just like I get majority of the sets because, like, if there is, like, a bad pass or whatever, like, it's, like, when in doubt, go out. Like, the set goes out, and, like, I just love the opportunity, and it's, like, it's a good role.
Be the superhero of the team?
I mean, no, but.
Right. But can you, like, describe a typical day of practice for you and the girls, especially with your mom and dad watching you again?
Yeah, so we also have a coach named Vince Streffling. And he was also my travel coach for 5 years. And so we do like this warm up. It's like a quickness on the feet, and then you do like those, and then you do them together, then you do them separate, and then you do jump squats, and then you do planks, side planks, regular planks, and all that. Right. And then we just do a dynamic stretch. And then after that, we do this passing drill, and then every passer is supposed to do their passing reps, and then me and Nyla have to split our time and go do blocking because we both also hit and pass. Okay. And then the practice continues. It's never like the same thing every day. It's like we played a game, we see what's wrong, and then we got to fix it. Right. Like there's still kinks that we're working out because it is a whole new defense, a whole new coaching staff and everything. So we have to adapt to it. Right. And we're just getting better every day. So like once the kinks finally work out, then.
Right. But I just want to stay on to your team. Exactly what was the most memorable game with them when ever since your freshman year?
My freshman year was my most memorable year. Like, although I wasn't always playing, it was still like I had my sister. I had a great team. We went to the Final 8, and it was just a great year. And all of it was so fun. We were such a great team, and we connected so well. It was more of a family than it was a team.
Right. So what are some challenges that you faced as a player, and how did you overcome them?
I mean, my passing always, like, when I, like, was playing travel, like, I never had to work on passing because I was a middle, and I never had to play back row. And, like, learning, like, this new defense that we're working on and all this new serve-receive style, that was, like, a big challenge for me to overcome, and I'm still overcoming it. I'm by far perfect from passing.
Oh, Corn's got a question. Who is the best athlete in the family?
Oh, well, my siblings shouldn't be listening to this, but it's me. I'm joking. We don't have best. Oh, I don't know.
Brogan. But how do you, ever since what happened, I don't want to discuss it.
Yeah.
But what got you motivated after that of what happened during the summer?
Yeah, like we still we connected more as a team, honestly, and we came together and we're like, whatever, like, because we didn't know, like, who was going to be the new coach at the time or whatever. Right. And we were like, okay, well, whatever happens, happens, and we got to adjust to it, and we knew it was going to be a great season. We have a great team this year. We have so much potential, and we're like, whoever it is, we have to, like, keep open-minded and keep a good mindset and stay positive, and it honestly helped us. And having Vince as a coach, he's taught us so much, like, stuff that we didn't know. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, it's a different coaching style, and he might be meaner, but it's getting us so much better.
Yeah. So even still on that tough time situation, what, like, you and your team after a loss, like, what do you guys, like, adapt to or rehab it?
I mean, after a tough loss, it's different than it was every other year I've played volleyball here. Right. Other than that, like, we would get yelled at, but, like, this year, like, it's not like we're getting, like, screamed at or whatever. Like, it is a loss, and that counts on our record, and we want to have a good record. But, like, we go back, and we never used to practice on Saturdays. But we practice on Saturdays now, and, like, it's, like, fresh off the bat. Like, what we made a mistake in, we have to fix it, and we have to get ready for next week because we can't, like, sit here and dwell on the loss. And we need to just see what we did wrong and just get better in practice.
Right. Okay, but sticking on the team, what do you value most in your teammates this season and your previous seasons?
In my previous seasons and this season, like, we value energy. Like, volleyball is like intense game, and there's always stuff going on, and like volleyball is a game of mistakes. Mistakes are bound to happen, and so we just like rely off each other's energy, and we play so well when we have such good energy. And every year for like home games, everyone comes out and they bring their support, which means so much to us because that's truly what helps us the most is energy. Yeah.
So how do you contribute to team moral during difficult matches?
I just try to keep if like someone else on my team is doing bad or not playing their best performance, I'll go up to them and I'll be like, let it go. Like, you can't let it like drag across and ruin the rest of the game. Like, you got it. And like, I just try to stay positive. And like, even when I'm doing bad, other girls on my team, they will help me and they'll stay positive with me. And it just means a lot. Like, we don't like try to get stuck in a rut. We just get out of it with our high energy and our positivity.
Right. Other than sad times with you giving them motivation, I want to ask, what is the funniest thing or bonding experience you had with your team previous years and right now?
I don't know. I don't really remember There's a lot of funniness that happens. Right. And like, there's just like random things. Like, I don't know. Our whole season is funny. And I couldn't even just like my sister's senior year, they ran out of these like banners. Like, they like had like cardboard paper and they were like running out of them. Like there was like just like a mystery person behind it, and then they would just run out. And every single one of their like little things that they ripped up, like none of them ripped. They just looked like idiots trying to get out of them.
But since you are a senior this year, right now, and you're going to go to college, play volleyball, and balance academics, how do you manage your time between academics and volleyball and personal life all at once?
So it does get difficult at times. Like last year, my junior year was bad because like I had the SATs to prep for, I had ACTs to prep for, and everything. And like, it's a student athlete. Like my academics will come before my athletics at any time. I have to like, if I have to go to a study table because like I truly won't have time after practice to get done what I have to get done, then all the coaching staff is flexible with that, and they give us our Sundays off and everything. They let us out early when other teams in our district, in our community has like games, and they'll let us out so that we can still get part of that social experiment.
Right. So where do you see yourself, let's say during college and after college? Where do you see yourself after all that?
So I'm going to college to major into like healthcare business, which is like getting into the admin at the hospitals. Okay. And I want to like be a part of the hospital, but I don't want to work on anything medically. I just want to be like the paperwork girl or whatever. Yeah. And the easier job at the hospital, if you will.
But do you have any advice to young athletes in the Niles or anywhere that whoever's listening to balance all this?
I mean, you just got to be good with your time management. And once you learn how to time manage, like, it's truly a blast. And like people who have gave up volleyball because of other reasons, like they just couldn't manage it all, every single person regrets it because it truly is a great sport and it's so much fun.
Sticking on that, what about just volleyball players themselves, like young volleyball players or like the middle schoolers or freshmen, or
like how to balance it?
Yeah, or just balance, or just volleyball in general.
I mean, like, there's gonna
how to get better.
Yeah, there's gonna be tough games and there's gonna be tough losses that make you want to give up, but never give up because I promise you will always get better and hard work will pay off no matter what anyone says. You will get better.
Okay, Bree, you're all done here. I just want to give you a nice little applause. She told me not to do this, but I'm gonna still do it. But I just want to thank you for coming on here, giving me your time here during school, by the way. It's 7th hour here, almost end of day on a Thursday. But I just want to thank you for joining us today.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. It was fun.
Really hope to see everyone at the game tonight or to the football game on Friday night at 7. So, really, that's it, and go Vikes.
Ready, break.
Welcome back to the part 2 of the Viking Huddle. I'm your host, Trenton Scott. Today we got to go on with one of our own varsity athletes on the football team, 3-sport athlete, Brenden Olsen. So before that, I just want to tell you guys tonight's game is home against Otsego. Students, it is a and I have Braylon and Sam are here. They're walking in. Go ahead, guys. You can take a seat, I guess. Sam, how you doing today? All right. He said he's all right. Anyway, I'm here with the three-sport athlete, Brenden Olsen. So, but before that, tonight's game is at home against Otsego. Students, it is Party in the U.S., so wear your U.S. themes if any students are listening. Be there in attendance, be loud, and go Vikes. But other than that, today I have the one and only Brenden Olsen. Brenden, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
But I just want to do this. Yeah, what a guy, right? Anyway, Brenden, for the people that really don't know you, want to explain who you are, what you do in high school?
I'm Brenden Olsen. I play football, baseball, and basketball. I play wide receiver and corner on the football team. I like to play basketball, but it's not something that we do a lot. And then I play center field for the baseball team.
All right. Some people know you, but you are pretty tall. Like, you want to give an approximate height of how tall you are?
I'm listed as 6'7", but that's with like my pads on. Without pads, I'm probably like 6'6".
Okay. But so I just want to dive into it. How'd you freshman year? You were tall, but not as tall as now. But you played quarterback JV. And how was you? Do you miss the QB years or not?
There's times where like I'll start throwing. I'll be like, man, I wish I could play quarterback again. But where I'm at right now in the offense, playing receiver, like I feel like I'm more as a threat there than I would be at quarterback.
Right. But in the sophomore year, outstanding year with the one and only Talon Brawley. You guys were leading the area, I think, in passing yards. So what was that change from going quarterback to receiver in instant snap?
So I used to play receiver all the time, like at recess when I was younger, but I always played quarterback. So, I mean, it's always been there. But once I kind of like switched and got into the groove of things, like my first few weeks, it was like nerve-wracking.
Right.
And like I'd get nervous like going and running routes, but now it's like I do it all the time. So there's not a difference now. I just go out there, I run my route, catch the ball.
Right. And then let's just talk about this year at receiver. You and Talon Bennett now. What's the connection with you two?
Me and Talon played rocket football together. He played quarterback, I played running back. But the connection there, I mean, we've been friends for a while now, and like he's thrown to me before. Right. But like since the summer got together, we'd get together like on separate occasions. Like we'd get together, he'd throw, I'd run routes. And then just I feel a lot of confidence when he drops back and I'm on a route for him to get the ball to me.
Right. But let's talk about a little bit of basketball. Freshman year JV. Started dunking your freshman year. Crazy. And then you got moved up to varsity, was part of that district championship team. So what was that like watching the older kids play?
Getting the experience I was like one of those guys who were just pretty much there for like the ride.
Right.
It was a great experience. Like I'd come to practice and like hang out with everybody. I was young, so I looked up to like all the seniors that year. Mm-hmm. Coach Busby did a great job of like keeping everybody like involved in everything. He's a real good guy. The district feeling was crazy. Like playing Benton Harbor at home, getting to host districts at home was like a surreal feeling. Right. And then winning districts was insane.
Speaking of districts, I know we're on basketball, but I forgot about football. We won the conference last year. We won districts, went to the regional finals and lost. But what was that like to you personally?
Last year, the football district was we played Vicksburg week 1. We beat them earlier in the season by a whole bunch, kind of like we did every other team that year last year. But once we got to the district championship, we already played Paw Paw once, so we seen kind of what they did and like what they had. So we knew they had Darren Stray, big
Kentucky commit.
So we knew we had to kind of work around him.
Right.
But that game, we kind of focused more on like running the ball and like picking apart their defense that way. We completed a few passes that game, one for like 40 yards and stuff like that. And just like, you never really pay attention to how loud the crowd is when you're on the field. But like that game, like
Oh, it was loud.
The energy
I'll
was
tell
just
you.
there. Like you felt like
Stadium
whole
pulse was up.
Stadium pulse was up. The whole place was rattling. Like there was a whole bunch of people there.
Right. All right, but sophomore year of your basketball, we're back on basketball. Sorry for the little change up. Yep. So thank you, Sam. Anyway, sophomore year, you started most games and won the conference, lost in districts, but how was that like winning the conference for the first time?
We kind of figured out, like, we played, like, Lakeshore and St. Joe, like, out of conference, and, like, we played them, and we beat them, and we were like, man, the teams we play in conference are nothing like this. Like,
Right.
So we kind of got to, like, the teams in conference. We had at one point, we were, like, 10-2, so, like, we knew we were good. Like, we knew we were going to figure things out. Like, we had things figured out.
Yeah.
And we were really good on offense, even better on defense. That was our big thing, was we like to play defense. There were practices where we'd sit there and we're not even running offense.
Right.
We won't even touch a ball. We're just playing defense the whole practice, which at the moment makes you feel like, man, like I hate this. But once like you get the results that come out, and it's like teams are scoring 30 points at most a game. So,
Right. And then, so are you planning on playing basketball this year?
yeah, a lot of people were like, I get that question a lot because I don't like to play like basketball during the summer.
Right.
Like I'm really like baseball and football focused.
Right.
But once the season comes around, like I'll be out there. I'll be playing basketball.
Right. So heading into that season after football season, what are your expectations for you and the team?
We're gonna be a really young team. We'll have a few seniors at most.
Right.
Probably, I think it's 2 or 3,
Right.
depending on who comes out. But we got a few kids who've transferred in. We got Braden Favors. It's my best friend. That dude, he's really good. He'll kind of have a breakthrough season this year. Donnie coming up. He was a freshman last year. He's got more experience now. I think he's gonna pan out. He's gonna be really good.
Mm-hmm.
We have a transfer from Washington and another kid. They're both sophomores who are gonna really help that sophomore class.
Yeah. But transitioning into springtime baseball, you guys, your freshman year, I can't really remember your freshman year. Wasn't bad, but it wasn't good.
It was all right. We made it to the district finals. Lost to Lakeshore.
But then your sophomore year, you made it to the district finals again, won against St. Joe, right? Yep. And then went to the regional round 1, beat
Holland Christian,
then went up to Kalamazoo College, faced who was it again?
Grand Rapids Christian.
Oh yeah, Grand Rapids Christian, lost. But other than that, you guys won the conference in baseball, so we're 3 conference sport winners. And then you won districts baseball with your teammates like Braylon and Talon Brawley before they graduated, Brian Gonzalez before they graduated. What was that like with them?
So a big thing was like that was my brother's senior year, and I got to play with him. Me and him grew up playing together.
Right.
Baseball was our main focus. It's always been like our main focus.
Yeah.
So coming out, like we knew what we had to do coming into the year,
Mm-hmm.
and we knew we were going to be good from January. Like we'd get in there and we're doing workouts, and we're getting ready for that.
Sir Kyle's is here.
And just coming out, we won. We played Lakeshore week 1 and 2, and they swept us. And we were like, man, what's going on there? And then we had our first conference doubleheader. Beat 3ers, bad both games, and we were like, wait, the conference teams are pretty bad.
Right.
So we got to that, and we started playing all the conference games. Vicksburg's always good in the conference. We played them. We came out, and the first game we beat them by like 9. We were like, wait a minute, this isn't normal.
Right.
And just coming out, and like we'd come out and we'd start games off strong. We had really good pitching last year with Brian Gonzalez, and then Jackson Rock. That kid is something special. We kind of felt confident anywhere in the lineup last year too.
Yeah.
There was a lot of places where like you could put anybody up there and they're going to hit the ball. Not having Braylon for a while there kind of hurt a little bit, but towards the end of the season we started figuring it out.
Anyway, so let's set sports aside for right now. Let's just talk about your family and your outside life. So you want to talk about a little about your family, like how many siblings and your parents?
Yeah, sure. So I got 3 brothers, and then I got a friend who lives with us. The life at home, it's like, I don't know, we kind of get home, we're all like really close. It's a vibe. Like we all like the same things. We all do the same things.
Right.
There's never really a difference in anything we do. My little brother,
Jordan.
that's my guy.
Oh, that's the mini Brenden.
He really looks up to me, so I kind of try to guide and focus myself on things that he's gonna see. He came home from his game the other day. We were sitting in the car coming back from his game, and he goes, "When I juked that kid, did I do a good job?" And I was like, when did you juke him? And he goes, "What, you didn't see it? What, are you dumb?" And it was like just something that made me laugh and really think about it. He likes everything I like. He likes baseball, football, and basketball. His biggest thing is he wants to be bigger than me. His biggest thing is I'm gonna be 6'8". I'm gonna be 6'8". You go ahead and
do that. I can believe he'd get as tall as you. He's gonna be he's gonna be like bulkier.
He's gonna be big. Yeah. I'm ready to see what he ends up doing in life. He's gonna be something good.
And then your other 2 brothers, Logan and Bradley.
Logan was a senior last year. I got to play with him for 2 years for baseball. Got to play with him for football last year. Yep. He's always been my guy. Me and him are really close in age. So, like, growing up with him, it's always been me and him on the same team, Mm-hmm. Bradley, he never really was the athlete like everybody else in our family was, but he kind of hangs out. He's chill. He's a big music guy, so if you need, like, a playlist, you go to Bradley. Get you right with the music.
Might have to put him on the football playlist or in the locker room. Anyway, then your parents, you're taller than your dad. Your dad's pretty tall.
No, my dad's a big guy. He's 6'4", real big guy. I've been taller than him for a while now. I like standing next to him to let him know, like, you're not taller than me anymore.
Right.
It's like a look at this, I got you beat type of thing. Then my mom's my favorite person ever. She's a really nice person. Mm-hmm. She makes really good food. Come over after film on a Saturday morning, get some breakfast. You'll figure it out.
Oh yeah.
My mom is, as Braylon just said, my mom's a goat.
Oh yeah, definitely. But other than family and other than sports, outside, what do? You just hang out with friends and stuff?
Yeah, no, outside of, like, sports and stuff, I'm not gonna lie. I do a lot of things sports related. Like, in my free time, I like to go and I like to hit by myself. Like, I'll go and hit, I'll go lift. I like to hang out with friends. Yeah. I don't like to be alone. That's one big thing for me. I hate being alone.
Yeah.
So, like, if there's a chance, like, to go and, like, have fun, like, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I like to meet as many people as possible too. Like, if I'm just out and about, like, and there's, like, a group next to us, like, say we're waiting in line, like, I'll ask, like, how's your day? Like, who are you? Like,
yeah,
how are you doing?
Make a little joke.
Yeah.
But Corn wanted me to ask you this. He said you got some good vocals.
No.
And he wants you on the talent show. So when are we ever gonna see that in front of everybody?
I was thinking, all right, I've thought about this a little bit. I want to learn how to play the guitar before I sing in front of people because, I don't know, I feel like that'd be a lot better.
Right.
So if Corn teaches me how to play the guitar, I'll be in the talent show my senior year.
Senior year? All right. He just said that on live. But after high school, what do you plan on doing? You plan on playing sports still?
Yeah, so right now I don't know what I want to do, to be honest, because, I mean, I've never really thought of football as, like, a way for college, but, like, these past few years, like, I've generally had, like, a great interest in it.
Right.
But baseball is my big thing. Like, I talk to a lot of coaches, and I'll go to, like, their colleges on, like, visits and view their, like, facilities and stuff. I want to play baseball in college as of right now. I have a visit to Central coming up. I have a camp I have another camp thing at Central coming up. Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do. And then after that, I want to I want to be a child life specialist after all that's done and through.
Okay.
I want to work with kids in hospitals.
Okay. But yeah, just want to thank you, Brenden, for joining us today.
Of course.
He's been waiting for this all week, but other than that, thank you for listening to Bree and Brenden on Spotify. If you haven't listened to Bree yet, other than that, I got Sam staring at me. We did Sam last week. Wasn't too bad. Maybe I gotta do Max next.
He's got a calm little fit on right now. He's got some like cute dunks on, some black shorts, and a nice sweater. You know.
So what you wearing?
He's
right
not
now,
wearing
bro?
he's not wearing his jersey right now.
He's not wearing his jersey. It is game day. I already mentioned this, but please come to the game tonight. Support our boys. Students, the theme is USA. Watch Brenden get 3 interceptions today. Oh, we just got it thrown.
How do you put this thing?
He's playing with his Miss Norris's code.
I did push it down. Is it on? Hold up. Can you turn it on? Can you twist it?
We're just there it goes.
There we go. All right.
All right. Anyway, thank you for listening and pop out the game tonight and go Vikes.